Okay, it's Dave here, and what you're looking at is a system made by Olson Manufacturing. This is a 24-volt gas valve. The reason why I'm here today is because the gas company here in Lima, Ohio said there was a gas leak here, right in the valve. Here's a new valve I'm going to put in. 24 volt. The reason why it's 20, there's standing pilot on these old furnaces like this, and then there's 24 volt. You know, because we have a transformer, and that gives us 24 volts.
Now this furnace was replaced after I repaired it. So here's some slides and a quick overview. Moving along some slides, you'll see that I started building the plenum. It was a kit I bought at the store and the wholesale house. And I started putting it together piece by piece. Then you see the electrical there, and you have to make sure you get a switch. And the plenum is really important because you don't want a cold air return that pulls air from the house, not from the basement. Make sure it's sealed tightly to the furnace. Make sure you use a good filter. And we're going to move back to the slide as I was building it. This is a cutout actually in the side of a furnace. You have to cut out where your cold air return is going to enter into your blower motor, and usually it takes a 16 by 20 opening to get enough cubic feet. You know, you got CFMs you got to pull, usually 1200 CFM to run enough air over your evaporator for air conditioning. Heating is done over your heat exchanger, but you got to get enough airflow to get that done. And be careful you don't cut the wires going back to the motor from the board to the inducer fan while you're cutting that out, or you will not like yourself. Okay, now you see the slide of the board. This is not from this furnace, but yeah, yellow, white, red, green. I don't know what the other color is, but anyway, you have to hook up the furnace thermostat to red for 24 volts, and then white is the color for energizes from the board. Now the energizing mean, that's the furnace. The board energizes the furnace when it thermostat calls for heat. It sends the power through a loop and causes ignition. And when it's not satisfied, it will continue running. When it satisfies heat, it discontinues the 24 volt system and shuts the furnace off. The yellow wire there is disconnected because that runs the condenser, and blue wire was for some other control that we're not using. Usually there's a red wire from the condenser outside, which is also used on the board, and it's usually hooked up to the common or the red. It's yellow and red, or yellow and common.